like this, but it won't be filled out. What we're going to do is we're going to burn different elements and we're going to see what color they turn basically, or if they turn any color. So someone pick one. Which one do we want to do first?
Sodium.
Sodium. Oh, I love sodium. Sodium's a main ingredient in salt, and I love salt. Let's see, where's the sodium at? Sodium. Ah, here it is. I passed it right up. So basically what I'm going to do is I soak Q-tips in water. I'm going to stick them in and coat them in some sodium. And we're going to stick them in the...
Where do you get that that table?
So if you go back into Canvas and you scroll down and you go to the flame test lab, it's right below the assignment called the quantum model. It'll be in there.
Oh, okay. All right, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna, let's see. We're gonna burn this and see if it changes color. Whoa. Look at that. Isn't that cool? What color would you say that is? Kind of look at like the very tip of the flame. So like all the way up there to kind of see what the color is.
Orange.
Yeah, it's a nice orange color. And if you were here, you can actually see that like the entire flame turns orange. So like if I stick it in up here, you can actually see it really cool how the bottom of it is still the blue, but the top is that orange from the burning sodium. So someone tell me.
Oh, sorry.
What were we gonna say?
If you had like that flame going and you stuck another chemical into the orange flame, would it change colors, or would that chemical that's interfering with the flame also interfere with the color of the next one?
I don't know what would happen. I think we're going to have a little, after we do everything we're supposed to do, we're going to do an experiment and see what would happen. Because I feel like it would change color, but I'm not sure what it would look like.
Because in that situation, could you get like a red flame and a yellow flame and like start mixing flame colors?
I don't know. We're going to have to try that. Because I think I have red and yellows here. That's a good question. All right, we're going to investigate that at the end. So, oh boy. You guys see that? It was like fizzling. Okay, I'm gonna put the, oh boy, it's still on fire. Okay, why did it change color?
Because the sodium reacted with the flame.
So the sodium did react with the flame. That's what it caused it to burn. But what's happening with the electrons specifically, I guess? What happens when electrons get excited, when we give them extra energy? This is from Friday. So think back to like hydrogen. What happens if we excite that hydrogen electron? What's going to happen? Is it going to stay in its same energy level, or is it going to move?
Move.
It's going to move, right? It's going to go to that excited state. Okay, now this is like, weird. I think I dripped some sodium on it. What happens when the electron goes from that excited state to back to the ground state? Because eventually it does. It doesn't want to be in that excited state, right? What does it do whenever it moves from that up here back down to like when it goes from like energy level 5 to energy level 1? What happens? How does it get there? What does it have to do?
Does it gain electrons?
Not gain electron. So how does that electron get rid of the energy? What does it
Can't serve a
release?
proton.
Yeah, it's going to release a photon, and that photon is going to be a very specific energy amount, which means it has a very specific frequency, because frequency and energy are directly related. And basically how it works is every frequency is kind of associated with a color of light. So because it's that, specific frequency, in this case for sodium, the photon that it releases is that yellow orangey color of light, which is why we would see yellow and orange. What do we want to do next? Someone just copper. Oh, copper's one of my favorite ones to do. Okay, so copper. We're going to put some on the copper on the Q-tip. Are you ready for this one? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Does anyone here watch Game of Thrones? No? No one? Never mind. No, isn't that cool? Copper's green. Luke, we'll do lithium next. Look at that, though. Normally, you would get to do this like in person. You'd all be in like groups and you get to do this. Maybe if we have time next semester, we all come back. We'll find a day to do the flame test lab over just to have some fun, because I think this is like the best lab to do ever. Look at that. That's a nice green flame. And once again, it's only above from where it's burning. So if I put it in at the top, it's only at the top. But if I put it in all the way down to the bottom, the flame kind of shows up through the whole thing. Okay, so we're doing lithium next. Okay. Coat this lithium. Let's see what happens. Ooh. That's kind of cool. Are you guys seeing that one? The lithium's not burning too great right now, but do you see the red? You guys are not as excited about this as I am. Molly's just like, yeah, it's a flame. I get it. Cool. Let's move on. Yeah, this is like a nice red color. Oh. Which one do we want to do next?
We do potassium.
I think I heard calcium first, and then we'll do potassium. Okay, calcium. Last time calcium was not my friend, and it did not want to burn. So we'll see if I can do better this time. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Do you kind of see it? It flares up every once in a while. It's kind of like that darker orange color. Oh, there we go.
It's red.
I don't know if I call that red. Maybe like a red-orange. I guess on camera it does look pretty red, though. It's like popping over here. Okay. We wanted to do potassium next, right? Okay. Oh, we got a lot of potassium on this one. Ooh. For this one, you really have to look at the tip of the flame to see what color it is. See how it has that nice, like a light purple almost hue to it? If you wanted to be really scientific or artsy, you could always call it lilac. It's a nice lilac color. I just call it purple or violet. Are your minds blown yet? Are you like, holy cow, Mr. C? This is the most exciting class of the day. No one else burns things and catches them on fire. No. Do other teachers catch things on fire too? Am I not the first one to do this for you? Do you like catch something on fire in language arts? Let's see. Let's do strontium next. That's a cool one. So this is strontium. Oh, that's a lot of strontium. Ooh. This one, I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit hard to differ, but it's like a nice, it's like a dark, or like a pumpkin orange almost, is how I would best describe this. You can really see it good once again in like the tip of the flame.
Which one is this again?
This is strontium. It's on your table. It's the one right before unknown one. Okay. And finally, our last one before we do an unknown. Barium. I love good old barium, don't you? It's a lot of, oh, great. Ooh. Oh, this one looks the same. So this one is like a yellow. It's like a really, like I know in the camera it looks almost the same as strontium, but it's from like where I'm seeing it's like a nice yellow color to it.
Is this barium?
Yes, this is barium. Yeah, as a nice, this one's hard to see. Maybe if I do it this way, I might be able to see it a little better. No. It has a nice yellow color to it. Okay. Is there any one that you wanted to see again real quick before we do the unknowns? Okay, so for how the unknown works is what I want you to do is I'm going to pick one at random. I'm going to put it on a Q-tip and I'm going to burn it for you. And I want you to write down what color it is in the box. And then if you look underneath, there's the question. So question one is, what metal do you think unknown one represents and why? And I want you to take a guess as to what that metal represents. So whenever you have your guess, I want you to go ahead and send me a private chat of what you think it is. So, we'll start with this one. This is a tough one, but it will be one of the ones that we looked at before. Okay, are you ready? So this is unknown one. I like what I'm seeing so far. So what we're gonna do with this one, I want everyone to go ahead and unmute yourselves now. Just for a second. When I give the word, I want you to all to shout out what it is. But I'm going to count to 3, and on 3, you'll say what it is. So don't say it before. Someone said it before. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3. On 3, say it. 1, 2, 3.
So,
Copper.
Yes, it's copper. Good job. I think that might be the first time I've heard some of you talk. Yeah, but unknown one's copper. And how do we know it's copper? Why do we know that this one was copper?
It burns green.
Yeah, it burned green, and that allowed us to know that it was copper. So let's see. Oh, let's do this one. Then after we do this one, we will attempt to mix the colors. Okay, so this one. Wait, what? Nice orangey red or a pumpkin orange. Good job, Molly and Megan. Yeah, so I know this one can be kind of hard to tell because you couldn't see all the colors, but in this case, this one is it's a darker orange or a pumpkin orange. And in this case, this one is actually strontium. Okay, so which one do we want to try and mix colors with? Or which two? How about this? We'll do strontium and let's do copper. Let's do green and orange and see what happens. Okay, so I'll put the strontium in the bottom. That's kind of cool. So it looks like the copper above is still burning green, even though it's burning in strontium's flame. That's kind of cool. I like that. Good idea. I give you 10 Consolino bucks for that good idea. Those are going to be worth a lot one day. Once you get 1,000 Consolino bucks, you can trade that in for half a point of extra credit. Isn't that a pretty good exchange rate? Okay, let me go find the lights. Turn the lights on. Okay, so the rest of today, we got about 15 minutes left. You have 2 assignments to do. Let's see, in this case, oh, Grace, did you want to burn the copper and potassium together? Okay. So today you have 2 assignments. I want you to go ahead and finish up that lab and turn that in. Your other assignment, which is due tonight, is going to be that Google form about what we talked about today and what we kind of talked about on Friday. So there's going to be some like wavelength questions, frequency questions, and energy questions. And there's also going to be a little bit about like the orbitals. Like it might be like, you know, is the 1s orbital possible, or is the 3D orbital possible? There'll be some questions about stuff like that. You can find that under the assignment that's called the quantum model. It's a Google form link at the very bottom. Also, if you have any missing assignments, go ahead and turn those in. And if you want to, after you finish with all of that, you're more than welcome to work on your test corrections in class today. Yeah, are there any questions, comments, concerns? Oh, don't try what I did at home by yourself. Don't do that. Just a disclaimer, don't try and burn things at your house, in your room. That would be bad. So, do you want me to put you in breakout rooms? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to choose who you work with? What do you want to do? I'm assuming by Olivia's message, we want to choose who we work with. That works for me. Okay.
Can I leave or do I still have to be on the Zoom?
Did you finish everything?
No, but I'll do it.
Could you go ahead and stay on the Zoom just until you finish everything for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, does anyone else want to work with somebody? Okay. Okay, do I look like a ghost just walking around in the dark?
No.
Later, this make me sad, Jerry. I thought I was looking like a ghost. Jerry, whose real name is Oscar. Trying to fool me, trying to pull a quick one on Mr. C. Okay, let's see. Pull this thing out. Oh, that is gross feeling. Ew. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna pin my video so that it's big for me. Can you guys see that?
Yes, we can see.
Awesome. I don't want it to be. Okay. So the flame test lab. Does everyone have their sheet open? It looks kind of like